Water hides things, but sometimes what it reveals is even worse. January 2013. Los Angeles is a city of dreams and shadows. Among the millions who arrive each year was Elisa Lam, a 21-year-old student from Vancouver, Canada, eager to explore California on her own. Elisa chronicled her journey online, sharing hopes and struggles with her followers. She checked into the Cecil Hotel, a place with a notorious past, once home to drifters, crime, and tragedy. The Cecil loomed over downtown, its faded sign a silent witness to decades of secrets. Elisa was assigned a shared room, but her odd behavior led staff to move her to a private one. She explored the city, bookstores, cafes, museums, calling home daily. But on January 31st, Elisa vanished. She missed checkout. Her family, alarmed by silence, contacted the LAPD. Police searched the hotel, questioned staff, and reviewed security footage. Flyers with Elisa's face appeared across Los Angeles. Days turned into weeks, and hope faded. Then, a breakthrough. Police released elevator surveillance video from the night Elisa disappeared. In the footage, she presses buttons, steps in and out, gestures wildly, her movements frantic, as if hiding from someone or something. The video went viral. Millions watched, dissecting every frame. Theories exploded online. Paranormal encounters, foul play, mental health crisis. But no one could explain what happened next. Meanwhile, guests at the Cecil Hotel complained of low water pressure and dark, foul-tasting water. Maintenance workers climbed to the roof, to the locked water tanks, an area off-limits to guests. Inside one tank, they made a grim discovery. Elisa Lam's body, naked, her clothes and belongings at the bottom. The tank's heavy lid was closed. The only access, a locked door and a fire escape. The coroner ruled her death accidental drowning with bipolar disorder as a contributing factor. No drugs or alcohol were found in her system, but the questions only deepened. How did Elisa access the locked roof? How did she lift the heavy tank lid alone? Why didn't the alarm sound? The hotel's dark history, suicides, murders, serial killers, fueled suspicions of something sinister. The Cecil Hotel remains infamous, a place where stories end in shadows. Elisa Lam's case endures, a chilling riddle with no clear solution. The water gave up its secret, but the truth is still submerged. January 2013, Valdosta, Georgia. 17-year-old Kendrick Johnson was found dead, upside down in a rolled-up wrestling mat at his high school. The discovery shocked the community and sent ripples across the nation. Kendrick was a popular student and a talented athlete, known for his bright smile and determination. His sudden death left classmates and teachers reeling, struggling to make sense of the tragedy. Authorities ruled it a freak accident. Kendrick fell in while reaching for a shoe and suffocated. But his family never believed it. They insisted Kendrick would never have climbed into the mat on his own. The Johnsons began their own search for answers, retracing Kendrick's last steps and questioning the official story. They spoke to friends, teachers, and anyone who might have seen something that day. Kendrick was a strong athlete. How could he get stuck? The Johnsons hired a private investigator and ordered a second autopsy. They demanded the truth, refusing to accept the official explanation. The second autopsy revealed shocking details: blunt force trauma to Kendrick's neck and jaw, and his organs replaced with newspaper. For the Johnsons, these findings were proof of a cover-up. The family launched a public fight for justice, alleging a cover-up by local officials. Their suspicions focused on two brothers, sons of an FBI agent, with whom Kendrick had a past conflict. The case quickly became a national story. News trucks lined the streets, and school surveillance footage was released. But key moments were missing, fueling suspicion. The public demanded answers, and social media erupted with theories and outrage. The Johnsons filed a massive wrongful death lawsuit, determined to keep Kendrick's story alive. Supporters rallied behind them, holding vigils and marches, demanding justice for Kendrick. A federal investigation found insufficient evidence for charges. The brothers had alibis. The case was closed, but the Johnsons pressed on, refusing to let Kendrick be forgotten. In 2018, the case was reopened, but no resolution has come. The Johnsons continue to fight, holding press conferences and sharing Kendrick's story with the world. Was it a tragic accident or a covered-up crime? The questions remain, echoing through the halls of Kendrick's school and the hearts of those who loved him. For the Johnsons, the search for truth is far from over. LaVena Johnson grew up in Missouri, the youngest of 5 children. She was bright, ambitious, and determined to serve her country. In 2004, she enlisted in the U.S. Army, hoping to help pay for college and make her family proud. In 2005, LaVena was deployed to Balad, Iraq. She wrote home often, sharing stories of her daily life, her hopes, and her longing to return. Her family counted down the days until her homecoming. But on July 19th, just 8 days before she was scheduled to leave Iraq, LaVena was found dead in her tent. The Army told her parents it was suicide. Heartbreak over a breakup, they said. The Army ruled it a suicide by gunshot, citing heartbreak over a breakup. LaVena's family was devastated and suspicious. When her body was returned home, they opened the casket and were shocked by what they saw. A broken nose, a black eye, loose teeth, chemical burns on her genitals. Her family opened the casket and saw injuries inconsistent with suicide. Broken nose, black eye, loose teeth, chemical burns. The official report claimed LaVena shot herself with her M16 rifle, but the wound didn't match the weapon. There were signs of a struggle, a bloody trail leading away from her tent, evidence of possible sexual assault, and she was found in a shower tent, not her own, pointing to a drowning. The gunshot wound didn't match her M16 rifle. The Johnsons found evidence of a struggle, a bloody trail, and signs of sexual assault. The Army denied any wrongdoing. But LaVena's father, a veteran himself, began his own investigation. He pored over autopsy photos, military records, and witness statements, convinced his daughter had been murdered. They believe LaVena was murdered, and her death staged as suicide. The Army denied these claims, but the family's fight for answers continues. The Johnsons reached out to journalists, activists, and members of Congress. Their story spread, sparking outrage and calls for a new investigation. LaVena's case became a symbol for families seeking justice for loved ones lost in the military. Their story became a rallying cry against military cover-ups. Across the country, other families came forward with similar stories. Young women and men whose deaths were ruled suicides, despite evidence suggesting otherwise. The pattern was impossible to ignore. The Army stands by its conclusion, but the Johnsons and many others cannot accept it. LaVena's parents continue to fight year after year, demanding transparency and accountability. They hold vigils, speak at rallies, and keep her memory alive, refusing to let her story be forgotten. The questions remain. How does a promising young woman die under mysterious circumstances on a secure military base? Why are so many details left unexplained? These cases are more than mysteries. They're echoes of doubt that challenge our trust in official accounts. The families are left to search for truth in the shadows. The places are gone, but the questions endure. We are left in the dark, haunted by the chilling question: what really happened here? Like and subscribe for more unsettling true crime stories that stay with you long after the screen goes dark. And remember, water washes away footprints, but not the truth.